You didn't like the last Spider-Man movie, No Way Home?
The one with Doctor Strange and all the other Spider-Man versions.
Yeah, yeah. You didn't like that one, right?
Yeah, I thought it was one of the worst. I mean, it's not as bad as the Tobey Maguire I'm drunk dance sequence Spider-Man, but it was I thought it was a huge flop in my book.
W-
I,
Wow.
I'll tell you.
I mean,
I'll tell you
it's
so many
okay.
reasons why.
Lay it.
All right, first, the entire premise is just insanely stupid to me. So Peter Parker goes to Doctor Strange and he's like, "Oh, I need a spell that's gonna, fix everybody knowing who I am because of how the last movie ended. I don't want to spoil things. So like do a spell." And then he starts doing and he's like, "I don't know about this. It's gonna be complicated." And you're like, "But I'm gonna do it to help you." And then like as he's doing the spell, Peter Parker, who is supposed to be very smart, and Doctor Strange, who is literally like an insane surgeon and supposed to be very smart, both of them don't like pause and go, "Okay, let's make sure we have all that we need to do because it's a complicated spell." Instead, like Peter Parker's like, "Oh, but also do this. Oh, we gotta also do this. Also do this." And Doctor Strange is like, "Oh, okay, well, oh, we gotta do this. Oh, we're gonna do. Oh no, it's getting out of control." Ooh. And then like it breaks. Like, I'm sorry. That's like in Walking Dead when like for multiple seasons they're like, don't ever antagonize the zombie. Don't ever antagonize the zombie. Here's all the rules to protect us. And then like the kid goes
Mhm.
off and like pokes a zombie a little bit at the beginning of an episode for no reason at all other than he's just breaking the rules and being an idiot. And then it's like do 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 and then like up all the zombies come. Like it was just the most poorly set up premise for me that like I
Mhm.
didn't believe Peter Parker, who's supposed to be a genius. I mean, that's part of his character. He can like invent all these things because he's very smart. And Doctor
I mean,
Strange,
he's very smart. He's no Reed Richards,
he's no
but
Reed
he's smart.
Richards, no, but
Yeah,
he's still.
he's
I
smart.
mean,
He knows his
yes,
science,
he
his
knows
math.
his
But
science.
I'd
He like
never really,
he's got.
I never considered Peter Parker as a genius.
I mean, he literally invents the like shooters and the web formula for the thing.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, he studies under. He gets like this internship under Doc Ock. Like
he
he gets
yes, he is smart.
he's
I
on the
remember.
like whatever the nerd team is in the first movie.
No, yeah. I mean, in the comic books, yeah, he's like a science
demathlon or
whiz,
whatever. Yeah,
math
yeah.
whiz,
So he's
But
but
like,
like scientific method. You don't just jump
sure,
into a complex spell you're asking Doctor
yeah,
Strange to do and start throwing
hmm
things at it. Like
yeah,
it just seemed stupid. And then from there it was like, oh, now we got to pick up all the pieces. And really, we wanted just to get all of the other versions of Spider-Man in here and some of the old villains so that we could like play off of each other. And I thought they had some fun lines in it, but it it didn't have much of the heart. It had a couple
hmm
moments with like the different Peter Parkers talking about their loss, but it just yeah, it missed to me like the heart of the first two films that I thought were
hmm
pretty solid. I don't know. Yeah, I just like throughout the movie, I was just like, oh my god. Sorry,
hmm
sorry.
Well, yeah,
You opened
going
this
in
can of
similar
worms.
to you. No, no, no. I feel like I think it's something to talk about because it is. A lot of people consider it like the best of the three of the Tom Holland. I think
Wait,
it's the
the
biggest
last one is the best of the three.
of the Tom
Who
Hollands.
is
Yes,
this? Is this
and
just
it
you? Is
it
this just you?
made
Who?
no, no, no. It made a lot of money, especially during COVID. Like that was like during the pandemic. It made so much. Like it just like
Okay,
hit it off. But like, granted, I'm sure
Minecraft the movie also made a ton of money, and I would argue is not a good movie.
I mean, we've talked about this. Making money doesn't mean it's a good movie, regardless. But I think the conceit, and like I'm curious, like what if we want to go like Rotten Tomatoes, but no, going into it, like when I first saw this, I thought that was like the setup was very sort of just like, oh come on, really? It's so goofy in the sense
Yes.
that I was just like, this is kind of really they could have done something better there. So like I wasn't sold there. So like going into the trailer, I was like, okay, and then as you saw more of the trailer and all of that, and you see snippets of like what ends up being the climactic battle, and it's just like a CGI video
Mm-hmm.
game fest, and it's like, ugh, I'm just like was not looking forward to it. I like the previous one, Far From
Mm-hmm.
Home.
And I thought that one
Um,
had a good twist because all throughout it, I was like, oh, like Jake Gyllenhaal is kind of killing me with his acting. And then I was like, oh, like so good.
yeah.
Um,
So like of the three, and I'm just going by Rotten Tomato, it has a 93% rating. The other two, Far From Home 91, Homecoming 92. So it beats the other two.
barely,
Um,
but yeah, it does. It beats it.
at,
I don't
but
know how.
so that
It makes no
the
sense to me.
so those are the critic ratings, and then the popcorn meter, which I believe
Hmm.
is like just like general audiences, 97% for No Way Home. The other two are 95 and 87. 87 being Homecoming.
Wow.
Um,
I thought, what is your order of your favorite of the three, the first three?
I need to see No Way Home again, to kind of like, sort of maybe solidify my ranking there. I don't know. The three of them have this nice progression to them.
Like, as in getting worse and
Um,
worse? Like my favorite,
no,
like
like
my
this like nice
the first one
arc.
is my favorite. The second one I
Mhm.
thought was good, but not as good as the first one. And then the third one I thought was crap. And I'm
Wow.
this trailer is maybe some redemption.
Well, with that, should we
Yeah,
dive into
yeah.
what we're going to talk about?
Welcome to Trailer Teardowns, where we take a trailer and discuss the nuances within it that make us want to see it or take a hard pass. I'm one of your hosts, Evan Bass Zeisel, with co-host Angel Acevedo, and today we're discussing the trailer for Spider-Man: Brand New Day.
First Spider-Man movie in I think almost 5 years. The fourth one. This is going to be first Spider-Man movie that has reached the fourth sequel.
Mm-hmm.
So this one is we got a new director,
Or third sequel.
John.
It's the third sequel, the fourth movie overall. Because the first one's not a
Correct.
sequel. Yeah.
Correct. Thank you for that correction there. So this one, so new director, John Watts hung it up. He wants to do more different things. No more Spider-Man for him. So, but we do have an MCU experienced director.
Mm-hmm.
This one's directed by Destin Daniel Cretton. He directed Short Term 12, which brought him a lot of acclaim and got him into a lot of work. That was a Sundance hit. He directed Just Mercy and the MCU movie Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Just Mercy is
Um,
the Chris Pratt one, right?
uh,
No. That's a
no,
different movie.
not
That's
the one.
Mercy. What's that one? Uh,
I think it's a courtroom drama kind of thing
okay.
with Michael B. Jordan.
Yes.
Uh,
Sorry. Yep. Yeah. No, that one got a lot of acclaim too.
so obviously we got
That's the
Tom
I
Holland.
see that one. Yeah. Never mind. I saw that movie.
You saw that?
Yeah.
I
It
didn't
was
see
good. It was good. It's
I've only
big
seen
time
us.
lawyer comes back to sort of backwater town to like where he grew up, but like rights wrong.
Got it. I didn't see that, but I saw Short Term 12. That's great. Shang-Chi was fun.
Yeah. I thought Shang-Chi was fun. Good Aquafina and like humor played into the action.
Yeah, kind of like standard MCU movie.
I thought actually, I will say for Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, I thought the action sequences were much better done than a lot of MCU movies.
Cool. All right. So obviously we got Tom Holland back, Zendaya back, and some new faces. Sadie Sink, her role is unknown as far as I know, and I don't want to be spoiled if it's some major character. John Bernthal is playing Punisher, and some others. This movie comes out July 31st. And yeah, so Evan, you obviously thought they're just trying to build an audience back. I mean, the audience is there. I mean, like,
I guess so.
the
Okay,
last movie wasn't a flop.
Okay, they're
so,
trying
like,
to
I don't think
redeem
they're building.
themselves to me. To
Okay.
me. I think
Yes,
I don't
they're
know.
making
I
this
think
movie.
I think in the catalog of all four of these Spider-Mans, the third one is going to come back to be realized to be the shitty one.
I mean, I love Spider-Man. I was a Spider-Man comic book reader. I think he's one of the goats of comic book characters.
Greatest of all time. Beep, 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 beep,
Yeah,
beep, beep, beep,
so
beep.
I'm a big fan of Spider-Man. Yeah, so let's get into it. So we're looking at the brand new day trailer. This is the only trailer that's out, and I'm actually surprised that we have not gotten another one. I'm sure there will be another one.
I don't want another one. I need them. I think if I had my druthers,
There will be.
there should be one teaser and then end it. And that's it. And just make that really
Yeah,
good.
the thing is, like, I feel like when this came out, there was the buzz on it wasn't all that high. I think people were kind of like, it's okay, you know.
But they also
But
thought the
go
last
ahead.
movie was good. So that's on them. Uh,
All right.
yeah. I mean,
What
I'll
do you
jump in.
think?
I really love the way this started. So it's, just to catch people up, everybody's forgotten who he is. He's lost his best friend. He's lost the love interest. He's lost his family. Um, and so the way it starts with him in isolation on the top of the building, and then he takes a fall. I thought that kind of matched perfectly the way he should feel, like the feel of it, where he's just like falling, and then even in that fall, it's like he's taking that leap, but it's a drop, and then he has that breath. I just love that. I like the way this thing opened, and then it
Hmm.
and then it sort of transitioned with that music into the like friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Sort of the thing that I think is great about the Spider-Man comics, and they've done well in a lot of the MCU uh, versions of Spider-Man, is his like plucky side comments, or kind of the general like humor that he brings in a nice way. Like Spidey always has like a comment, and it's kind of like, shut up, dude. Like, you're talking too much. But it's like a fun, over talking. And I think with the voiceover and like, here's my situation, I thought, and it's not even my situation because he's reading like the letter to MJ or his best friend, um, about like, hey, you don't remember me because I did this crazy spell, and just sort of the loner aspect of it, but then juxtaposed with uh bringing in the Punisher, and then you get a bunch of, so you've got Scorpion in there for a second with the tail. You got weird like mind jumping person, which I couldn't help but think of Denzel Washington's, what is it, The Fallen? Is that the name of that
Yeah,
movie? And I was just
Fallen. Yeah.
Fallen. I was like, oh, like that dude came back. Cool. And now he jumped into this movie. Um, and then there's a bunch of there's a bunch of other villains, but I thought it's kind of cool to see a a bunch of villains coming back, or playing roles, because that's what Spidey often felt, is like one against many, where he's kind of overwhelmed and he's like, hey guys, calm down.
Hmm.
And then you throw in that the transformation thing, which I also was a Spidey fan when I was younger, and it reminded me of Spider-Man 2000. Do you remember when that came out? And it was like evolved Spider-Man, from it's like future Spider-Man, but he
Oh,
had,
20.
oh
Wait,
yeah, yeah.
Spider
Sorry,
Man
2099. Yeah,
2099.
2099. Sorry, Spider-Man 2099. It like reminded me a little bit of that almost, where like he does have web shooters in his body, and he like is more
Hmm.
Spider-esque. And I thought it was interesting because, and we can talk about this later after we kind of hear your perspective. Um, there were some nods to the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, I think, in this. There were like a couple, not only where he's like feeling out of it and kind of passes out, but the moment where he's on the roof and he does two shooters, and he kind of like throws himself, and then he goes through the water tower. When Tobey Maguire in his Spider-Man, I believe, first gets the powers, he like does there's like a roof sequence where he's like crashing a lot, I think, if I'm
Yeah.
remembering correctly.
Yeah, yeah. When he's like, oh, my body has changed,
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
like just doing things, climbing, jumping. Yep.
And I also want to say respect to, there's that moment where he falls out of the cocoon, and then he does like catch himself, and they don't even reveal that he's like, shooting webs from his own wrist or whatever. Um Tom Holland looks ripped, and I got to give him respect, because I think like that's what Spider-Man looks like. And so that was I always like it when it like matches. Like I thought it was an interesting move when Ben Affleck kind of had Bruce Wayne as like super muscular, but he kind of probably was because he's got to be Batman. So I like when it kind of matches. But that's, I mean, there's a bunch of things, but that was sort of like my first take. That I felt like this was the feel that I was hoping this movie would have, at least the trailer giving it off.
So my first thoughts are for a Spider-Man sequel coming off one of the biggest Spider-Man movies in box office, in the box office. This felt very low key. There was no sort of like no like big highlighted sequence or a tease of a sequence. There's
You wanted him hanging off a helicopter
yeah, there was no
or
like
plane,
kind of
like
like money shot moment of like, whoa, this looks like epic. It almost
he
feels
shot
like
himself. He got
it
shot from the Punisher and then catches himself and then like kicks through the window and kicks the Punisher out of his own truck or van.
no,
That's
yeah,
pretty awesome.
that no, that is, but like overall, it almost feels like, and I think it plays into what they're doing with the story is like they're sort of like resetting.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like this almost feels like Homecoming,
Hmm.
Spider-Man Homecoming in the sense
Hmm.
like it feels a little bit smaller scale, and maybe they're keeping things hidden from the trailer to do that, or maybe they're just like, but like yeah, like usually these movies get bigger and bigger. Like it's like okay, Spider-Man 1 or Homecoming, and then Far From Home, we're going Europe, we're going international, bigger budget,
Yep.
big sequence on the London Tower Bridge, big sequence there in the Venice canals, all this stuff, and it just like got bigger and bigger and bigger. And then obviously No Way Home, and so you're bringing all these villains, you're bringing all these past Spider-Man. You got this huge CGI fest orgy at the end of the movie.
Yawn.
This feels a little bit more down, a little bit. I don't want to say grounded, but just a little bit more smaller scale.
Hmm.
Um, which I was like, oh, that sort of caught me off guard and surprised. But what I kind of like about the trailer, I want to keep saying it's a teaser because it feels like an embellished teaser. It's 2 minutes and 40 seconds, but like there's no overall sense of the plot.
Hmm.
I think yes, there's this like plot line subplot of like Peter's powers kind of fading or feeling funky, some kind of transformation
Hmm.
kind of going on, but there's no clear sense of like who the main villain is. Yes, you see Scorpion, but I don't think he's
But
the
you
main
also
baddie.
have somebody hidden at 143
Yes,
is the glass room, and you don't know who that is. Like,
yeah, I know. Like you don't know like what's going on. It's not you don't like know like oh it's Vulture and he's stealing the tech from
mhm,
the Battle of New York City and da 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 and like or there's it's Mysterio and he's faking
mhm,
all this
mhm,
stuff and creating these big fake threats and he comes in to save the day. There's none of that. There's like which I like,
mhm,
like I don't know who the villain is. You hear a voiceover from Keith David, which I don't think he's the
mhm.
villain, the main villain, but like I wonder if he's plays a character in the movie and he's I don't know. Um which that's kind of interesting, like a voiceover from a character that you don't see is interesting, and he's got a very distinct voice. But yeah, there's just like there's a lot of like mysterious things like well, what's this like mind swap where it's jumping from body to
Mhm.
body, like is that like the big threat and like who's controlling that, there is the shot of someone at a computer.
Which shot?
It's at one. There's a shot of a guy like he's wearing a hoodie and a jacket, but you see it's from
Oh
behind the
yeah, yeah.
person, and he's at
That's
like
the
a
unknown
computer,
one. Yeah, we don't know that
the,
one.
the
There's
computer workstation.
there's
Like
also Boomerang.
yeah, like a B level,
Yeah,
villain there. Where's that shot? Come on, we got
that
Bruce
one.
Banner. Yeah, yeah,
That one's like it's near the end. Well, there's Tarantula. Oh, Boomerang is at 209. So you've got like a whole group of villains.
yeah. All these like B level villains. There, it's at 157. So yeah, there's this mysterious guy
Hmm.
at 157 and standing and holding his arms up in front of a computer workstation. can only suspect like, oh, maybe that's the main bad guy. But like, I like that they kept it
Mm-hmm.
mysterious. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's Scorpion. I don't think it's gonna be the Tarantula. I don't think it's gonna be Boomerang. That's
No, and
the
those,
main
and he gets
villain.
like a key to the city at some point. Like
Well, yeah,
those
that's
could
from like
all
a
be.
previous movies.
But
That's from a
oh, is
previous
it?
movie.
Okay, because I was thinking
Yeah,
maybe
I think that's from like the last one.
he like did he he defeats Scorpion. He defeats, and Scorpion is a throwback technically, because Scorpion, the actor who played Scorpion, is in the first movie and
Homecoming.
is buying tech from the Vulture and then gets arrested.
hmm So yeah, I like that. Like I like they keep it vague. That's why I feel like it has like teaser qualities to this,
Mm-hmm.
where you're getting snapshots of like different scenes, and you're getting teased of like, oh, who's this mysterious guy? Who's given this VO, played by Keith David? Who are these other characters? So that's cool. I like that aspect of it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I like the vibe, um, the VO, yeah. This is the stuff that I missed from the last film. I will say, like, my favorite moment, and it's a silly one, is the button at the end with Zendaya's character being like, it's like, oh, I'm just a neighbor, and then it's like, oh, you're a
hmm
friendly neighbor, and like
Yeah,
almost a spit take, but it's like a nod to the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Um,
yeah. That was a good button. I like that
I
as
like that
well.
a lot. Did you have like a little moment that you thought you really liked?
I liked a lot of the shots were really cool and different that I have not
Mm.
seen in a Spider-Man movie. I mean, I don't know every film by heart, but like I thought there were like some cool and different things there. Like the opening shot of him sitting,
Mm-hmm.
but he's really hanging
Mm-hmm.
under that beam, and the camera slowly spins around, and you see him. So I thought that was cool.
It feels like they're doing more
Um,
realistic things with like whatever green screen CGI, so that it's not.
yeah,
It doesn't
I
look
mean, yeah.
like Catwoman, or it doesn't look unrealistic. Where you're like, oh, his body's bending funny. That doesn't match how his body looks.
Yeah, I mean the shot where he's standing up after that, holding the phone. It's just like, my goodness, can that looks like an SNL like green screen set up there at 9 seconds, but whatever. It's like, I
Yeah,
just think like, oh, if like Chris Nolan directed Spider Man, he'd have Tom Holland up there on a fucking
on a roof, he would.
skyscraper. Yes. Anyways, but some other shots, I thought the shot at 21 seconds where it's inside the mask and you see it. There's like an extreme close up of his face and eye. Like, you've never seen that. You've never seen that. At least I can't recall that sort of like
POV.
POV, not even POV, but like that sort of angle in a Spider-Man movie. That's cool. Like, and it's not just a cool shot. It's also a character moment because you can see him just like you can see how he's feeling underneath the
And you
mask.
get the breath. I do want to talk about this moment, because I really enjoyed the breath. I really enjoyed seeing the reflection on the eye and stuff, but it is also a pet peeve moment. Because
What shot?
that exact shot at 21
Oh,
seconds,
the
Bec-
inside the mask
inside
shot.
the mask, because the mask is directly covering his face. And in this shot, the mask is like got to be 4 inches away from his face. Like his eye, the eye part of the mask is not on his face. And
Oh, I see
they
what you're
do this
saying.
with Iron Man too. Like to get a look of the face, you have to have a separation. But in
hmm
reality, the mask is pressed up against his face.
That's true. So it's
Um,
a little like,
so
yeah,
it's
not.
not realistic, but I get it for the filmmaking aspect of it, and I do
hmm
like the moment. I just a
Got
pet
it.
peeve of the like, that mask isn't anywhere close to his face.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean that, like, the changing, reflection in his eye, and he even blinks,
hmm
which is like a nice moment, because the amount of work, either they had to have something going, so when he blinked, it's
hmm
continuous, or just the VFX work is pretty clean and spot on to deal with. Was
Yeah.
kind of nice.
I also like there's these trio of a shot of shots toward the end that are just like really cool, and I think they're obviously all maybe homages to other things. Obviously, the first one being the one at 208, it's an homage to the Amazing Fantasy 15 cover where he's like swinging through
Hmm.
the city and he's holding a guy. That's like obviously his first Spider-Man's first appearance in the comics back in the day. Um, and there's a couple other shots. The one at 209, where
Oh, with
he's
Boomerang. Yeah.
boomerang. That's just really cool and cinematic. I wouldn't be surprised if that's also a comic book cover. And then the shot at 2 minutes and 17 when he's in the jail and there's like those ninja
Mm-hmm.
guys. Oh well, no, sorry, that's that one, but no, it's the last shot. It's the last shot.
Where they're two.
Where he's jumping down at them,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they're
that's
like, there's
217.
like six
Yep,
of them.
yep.
Yeah, that one's really cool too. So I like those shots. I was like, again, I don't think Spider-Man has been in slow motion in any of the previous movies, as far as I can recall, unless it's like some like pumpkin bomb that explodes.
Yeah, yeah. Or
in
if it's
the
like, or
first
it's like an
one.
overhead shot that's sort of hung as he's swinging through the air, but it's not dynamic. These are much more interesting
Hmm.
shots.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
So
just like we were discussing with Hope, like all of these action shots are actually intriguing rather than there just to show an action moment.
mhm. Yeah, so I like that those shots. Those were cool. They stood out to me. What I didn't like, and like it's hard to get away from this from these MCU movies, it's like incorporating other characters into the movies. You got Punisher, you got Bruce Banner. Like I would love to see just a standalone Spider-Man movie where we're not bringing in other characters. And
Hey
I
man,
get it.
even superheroes need to sometimes call in their friends.
Yeah, I get that, and I get that's how the comics are. You other characters from other series come in and out, but like you could easily read 2 issues of Spider-Man back to back, and there would not be an Avenger that pops in or an X-Man that pops in or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
no, it could be,
it's Spider-Man in his world.
Well, I mean, so here's the like, I think there's two sides to the coin of it for me. Um, the thing that I like about this particular movie bringing them in is now we have a Bruce Banner, we have all these side characters who we've sort of seen before, but they don't know who Spider-Man is, or they don't know who that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. That I think does add
Hmm.
an interesting layer that I'm sure they're going to play with. On the other side of it as well is every time I watched Jessica Jones or that like what was the name of that group? Not they're not the Justice
The
League. The
Defenders.
Defenders. Like the Defenders, once they met each other and they all literally function in New York City, which is or in Manhattan specifically.
Hmm.
Like or I guess it's like such a small or like area. Once they met each other, the fact that they ran up against like big bosses and never were like, I'm gonna text this dude to come help me out bothered me because I know for those who don't live in Manhattan, New York City, like it's New York, it's so big. It's not New York is not that big a town that like some of
Yeah.
these people are like 25 blocks away from each other, which is like a
Yeah, but I feel like it's
mile
not
and a
about.
half.
But the thing
Like
is, it's not about location, though. I don't think it's about a location. It's like, look, why does the police precinct in the Upper West Side? Where do you live? You live
I live Upper West
where are
Side right
you?
now.
Upper West Side. Like that police precinct is not doing anything with the police precinct in Soho.
I disagree.
Right.
When
So
when when when
so
the when the
they got their own business and troubles to deal with. So it's like I feel like the same thing with like
for
Spider-Man. He's
small
got
stuff,
business
for
in.
small stuff, but like okay, I will counter that with when the Twin Towers were hit, every fire department in Manhattan, in New York City, in almost in New York State, other
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
states
yeah.
came to help
I yeah,
because
that's
it was a big
that's
deal. That like I think
yes.
if you've got super villains destroying a city, like you call for help.
Yeah, but like I didn't see those show, but I don't think it was Avenger sized battles. It was the Kingpin. Oh, I have thugs and I'm running money and drugs
I
and
mean,
like
it was
you don't need Spider-Man every
it was
time for
well,
that.
but
You
it
don't
was
need Iron
Kingpin
Man.
plus Bullseye plus
Okay, but
plus
still,
I
those
think
are
like
just
I
like
think so like
those
some
are street
ninjas who were
level.
trying to destroy the entire city.
Street level. You don't think why couldn't the four defenders just handle it?
No, but they
Like
could
I
have.
think
But then
you
no,
know
but I'm just I
they
got but
and they
like
did.
but
Like I don't think you
sometimes it's
need
just
Iron
one of
Man.
them and they didn't call each other. Like
Oh well,
that's where I got where it's like you're so close in proximity. Peter Parker in the Spider-Man world, you've got Dr. Octavius is a professor in the city and he's very smart. Like bringing him in makes sense. Why wouldn't he? Like, why wouldn't he go to a professor he knows? You know?
No, I get it. It's just like, I mean, if they don't bring in the Hulk and it's just Bruce Banner, great.
Yeah, yeah. And I hope that's the case. I do hope that's the
And
case.
and like here's the thing, based on what I've read on the comments, we can dive into the comments next. Like, it seems like there's gonna be more. Like it seems like Daredevil's gonna make an appearance
Okay.
in this, based on like what people are talking about. And I have not seen these two things. I have not seen the new seasons of Daredevil Born Again. Or
I've not seen
I've
the
not
latest
seen
season. I'm caught up to I think the end of last season.
I've not seen the reboots on like the Disney Plus stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
but there's a lot of references to Daredevil,
I mean,
Born
but
Again
that's because
season 2, and the Punisher.
but that's because you have John Bernthal as the Punisher. I mean, he's
Yeah,
in,
but it seems like there's some kind of connective tissue there, and like there was hints that like, oh, Daredevil's in jail and like Spider-Man's gonna break him out and those ninjas are involved and whatever. So
I'd be curious. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna be surprised. I'm not gonna be surprised if Daredevil pops in and you see there's a. And look, I'm sure it'll be cool. Like Daredevil and Spider-Man fighting back to back in one sequence, cool.
Mhm.
But it's like, okay, come on. Anyways, so
Yeah,
comments.
YouTube comments. What you got?
YouTube comments. Here I got. So, Spider-Man, far from okay. Someone was kind of underwhelmed there with this. This
They
trailer.
probably like the third one best. I think go home.
I would think. Here's another one. Spider-Man, no way to happiness. Though I feel like they could be just commenting there on
I mean,
just
he's
sort of Peter Parker's mental well-being and right now, and he's just sort of like depressed. This one was random. Spider-Man has his Samsung Z Flip. I missed that. I did not notice his phone there.
I mean, it's called product placement. Every movie's got like a product placement.
And this, the last one I found here. You
He
kind
folds
of
it in
alluded
half.
to
I
this
see
one.
it. He folds it in half.
Is a flow. Okay. Damn, Peter using all that time he would have spent with MJ and Ned at the gym. Bro looks good.
See, I agree with that one. That was I agree.
Yeah. Well, when you got nothing else in your life, I guess you just work hard in the gym.
Gym, tanning, and laundry, right? I mean, and we have laundry,
Yep.
and he looked buff. So
Oh yeah, he was doing laundry, and he kind of had a tan. Well, he can't really get a tan much because like
he's covered.
Either
I bet that's
he's
I
a-
bet that's UV protection, so he doesn't burn.
well, also, if when he's out and about as Spider-Man, he's wearing a costume, and then when he's not Spider-Man, what's he doing? Is he like an intern? Is he working in
Yeah,
the
I'm
labs,
curious
or
how
he's
he makes
inside?
money. I mean, I'm assuming he went back and he's a photographer. Like they go to the standard. I mean, but you don't see any of the newsroom in this.
Yeah, and I can't remember. There was no J. Jonah Jameson in his Spider-Man in like the previous ones, all right?
Yeah, there was in the last one because he's
Oh, but it's the one from. Is it the same J. Jonah? Is it J.K. Simmons?
I think
Was he in
I'm
No
trying
Way
to
Home?
remember if it was J.K. Simmons or not. I think it might be. I mean,
Okay.
I'm curious, but
I need
also
to
he might
rewatch.
have been left money from his Aunt May. Like,
Maybe. R.I.P.
yes, spoiler, but
I
that's
like
the
that.
last movie.
That-
That was the emotional
I
thing from the last movie that I thought was good, but I just didn't land.
thought, yeah.
It didn't land as well for me because of the setup.
I think actually, you know what? That like plays way better than like, oh, my Uncle Ben,
Mm-hmm.
because you basically experienced Aunt May in 2.5 movies. Like she was great just in the role, but also like there was sort of a more of emotional attachment, I think.
Yeah,
There.
yeah.
I think I like that twist. Instead of like Uncle Ben, it's her.
Yeah.
And
No, and you had that good
that was-
moment of
that was
like
a hard ending.
everybody, like every Peter Parker has a loss.
Yeah.
Which was I thought like that's the underlying part of 3 that I really liked. I just thought the execution wasn't there for me.
All right. Cool. All right. So what's your verdict?
When does this come out?
July 31st.
Ooh, that's gonna be hard. That's a hard timing for me. I mean, I'll definitely stream this. I feel like this is something I might actually buy or these days license as a if I like it enough. I've got I own Homecoming. Um, do I need to see this in theaters?
Yes.
I don't know. I'd see Hope. I think Hope is more of an epic thing than this. I feel like this. I definitely stream this. Um, I might.
Well, we
I
know
might
you'll
buy it.
stream
I
it.
might buy it when it comes
Hmm.
out for purchase before it's available on other
I
platforms.
guess now at this point is more like, will you see
I mean, I'll
this?
see it. We should go through.
You'll
Okay,
see it. You'll see
next
it.
time,
Okay.
next
You'll
record we
see it.
do, we should go through because I've been catching up and watching a bunch of the
Hmm.
stuff that I've said I would
Well, no,
watch.
I think it's like because like
I mean,
I think
I'm
for I
definitely,
think it's more like
I'm definitely
you'll see
watching
it.
this.
You're gonna
I'm
see it.
definitely
You're gonna see
watching.
it. It's
I
just
don't know if
you'll see it.
this will bring me to theaters, especially in July. Just I'm
Hmm.
traveling and family stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But like for some reason, Hope has me a little bit more interested.
Is your in this? So are your kids will be in like daycare during the summer?
There's like summer camps, but we're also
Summer
traveling.
camps. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just juggling a lot.
All
Yeah.
right.
How about you?
Well, Spider-Man will be in theaters for a while, so
Yeah,
you
yeah,
could
it's true. That's true.
you could
I might sneak out. I
during the
might
day.
sneak
That's
out.
like
I
when
might
I
sneak out.
see. That's when I see most of my movies. Anyways, but yeah. I will see this. I am not seeing a Spider-Man movie in theaters. I will not see a Spider-Man villain adjacent movie because, like, come on, like those don't look good, and
Wait,
they
what
have
Spider-Man
not been
adjacent
good.
movies are coming out?
Like,
Oh,
well, no, that they like
Venom.
the
Yeah, but Venom is
Venoms,
so much
Craven,
seedy. Dude,
Mobius.
did you see Craven? I saw Craven.
No,
It is so
no, of
bad.
course you
It is
did.
Craven. I saw it on streaming. It was a nothing else on, and I watched it, and
Okay, all right.
it is so bad. It is so bad. It is so
That
bad.
would
Like
be
it
the
is
only
like the script. Like I feel like there was
reason why.
10 screenwriters and none of them talked to each other and they all disagreed. And then that was the final thing. Like there are moments where it's like, oh, this, and you're like I feel like Tommy Wiseau was the last screenwriter to come in and make some changes to this one.
Yeah, I've not seen any of those Spider-Man villain spin-off
I tried to
movies.
watch
I
watch Venom, and it was the CGI was just so much, and it was
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
I couldn't get past the first 15 minutes, and then I did watch all of Craven because I had nothing else to do, and but it
Did you
was
see
so bad.
Morbius?
I did not see Morbius. No,
No.
like I can't. I liked Jared Leto in My So-Called Life, and he was great in Prefontaine. I think those are the only two movies I really liked him. Oh, I think he did. Did he get an Oscar for Dallas Buyers Club? Was that the one?
Yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
I thought he was great in that too. Those are the three movies I liked him in. Everything
Right.
else, I don't. I just it hasn't hit for me.
Got it. Yep. All right.
And I haven't. I want to see Tron Legacy, Tron Ares. I haven't seen that yet, but like he's in it, and
Me
it just
either.
like kind of like burst my bubble or like deflated my bubble and
It
wanting to
did.
see it
Yeah,
a
I
little
was
bit.
I wanted to see that. That was one of the ones I said I would see in theaters, and I
No.
did not see it.
Have you seen it
I
at all
failed
yet?
there. No,
Oh man.
I know it's on Disney Plus,
Okay.
but eventually.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
Well,
Wrap it up.
thank you all for listening and coming with us for our random tangents. Hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe. Please tell your friends. And we'll catch you on the next one.
Go later.